Welcome back. April is Autism Awareness Month, and joining us now to help spread awareness and acceptance is Derica and Courtney. Thanks so much for coming in, you two.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Let's start off by talking about your organization and what the mission is.
So ICUC Incorporated is an organization that my husband and I started. We were inspired by receiving an autism diagnosis for our 5-year-old son, Carter. And the goal is to raise education, raise acceptance, and just raise awareness with autism, and just kind of change the language of what autism looks like. A lot of people kind of have autism in a box of what they think it looks like, but we stand by once you've met one child with autism, you've met one child with autism.
Right.
So we want to kind of broaden the view, broaden the perspective, and raise awareness and in turn, resources.
Mm-hmm. I know that you are able to throw some events to support your mission. Tell us about those.
Yes.
And what they look like.
So last year we had an event because we understand the difficulty when it comes to getting our son's haircut. Very simple, very minor event that some parents kind of look at, but for parents that have children on the spectrum, it's a very difficult task. So taking him to the barber shop was horrendous, if I could say. He did not like the sound of the clippers. It was just very fearful for him. So we held an event called Cuts for Autism, and it was for parents who wanted to bring their child to a very private, very sensory friendly. I had a few barbers who were very patient. I had one barber on the floor with the child because they understood the challenge, they understood what it took, and they were all very successful. All of the parents were very, very thankful because that's something that, you know, a lot of people overlook.
Right.
So we've held that. We've had tabling events with the community, speaking events, and I've spoken at Damon University speaking to future educators because that's a very big bridge and a big gap that we need to bring together with children of parents who, you know, have diagnoses and IEPs, and the educators, just bridging that gap.
And also what it's like having families with kids of different ranges.
Absolutely.
Right? I know that you wrote this book, and it's actually about Courtney, right?
Yes.
Tell us about the book.
So it's about, we were at this park and he just ran over to somebody and took their toy. Then I went over to them and told them, I'm sorry for him taking the little boy's toy. He has autism.
As a big brother, and you know that your little brother has autism, do you feel like you have to be more protective over him?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you think that when you went up to the kids at the park and explained to them that your brother had autism, did they understand?
Yeah.
That was nice. Was that a
Yes.
growing moment for you as a parent? Did you have to prepare your son for moments like that?
So he's actually been super amazing. He really was the push for us starting this organization when we did. We had the hopes to do it, but of course kind of putting things in order and kind of dragging our feet as some adults do. He kind of pushed us. His first grade classroom made signs. He came home and shared them with us that they wanted to do fundraising just to raise awareness. And when we were at the playground, he shared with the parent of that child, you know, my brother he has autism, he's only 4, and he's still learning. And that parent was like, you're a really good big brother.
You are.
I know you're a super brother.
Awesome.
So,
How
old are you?
7.
And your brother's 5, so you guys are pretty close in age, but it seems like you're very, very protective, a very good big brother. What do you see for the future of ICUC?
So our goal is really to increase the resources for children with autism, just as simple as sensory rooms in schools, sensory rooms, sensory events. I know that there are a start of a lot of sensory events, but just kind of opening the door with that. Bridging the gap, as I stated, with educators, parents just being unafraid of the diagnosis itself, as well as just opening doors and making more opportunities for children, for, you know, parents not being afraid and parents not being afraid to speak up about it. We kind of, you know, we fear certain things, and when we're fearful, we kind of turn a blind eye to it. So as we were kind of fearful for the diagnosis, we kind of had to embrace it. And when we embraced it, we kind of ran full force with it to just raise awareness, raise education, raise acceptance, and just make the world see it differently.
Nice. Do you have any events coming up?
So we have a tabling event that we're going to be doing. We're partnering with Team Unbreakable. We're doing a lot of events in the community, just kind of touching hands and, you know, talking to parents. And we are looking to do another haircut event because it was such a great success. So we want to do that in the near future as well.
Alrighty. Well, thank you too for coming in and sharing more about your story and how
Thank
you're helping
you.
others. Viewers, if you'd like to learn more about ICUC Inc. and the books available, you can connect with them on Facebook or send an email to icucinc@gmail.com. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.